It's just been one of those weeks, where it feels like you're giving it your absolute best, but it just never seems to be enough. When I really think about it, pretty much my entire life has felt this way, where no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you just sort of feel like you're not good enough. And on top of having these feelings about yourself, other people might be laying it on you as well. Maybe it's a parent who never seems to be impressed or is always comparing you to someone else's kid. Or maybe your spouse is giving you a hard time. Or maybe your boss just doesn't ever let up on you even though you've been doing a great job. These types of criticisms can cut really deep, and I know that because they do for me. And it becomes especially tough when you just can't see how you could possibly be doing any more. Like there's nothing left for you to give. I've been feeling this a lot this year, and I feel like it might be starting to get to me a little bit. I mean, even this year, in just the last 6 months alone, we had our first baby. I cut off and became estranged from my family. I started my business and my self-employment journey, and I started my YouTube channel. All the while struggling with some pretty severe depression and anxiety disorders. And I mean, even just one of those things would be a lot to handle, but all of them all at once, man, it's just been incredibly difficult. And I am just so tired. I mean, the kind of tired that sleep doesn't really fix. Every single day feels like a war where I'm fighting on 5 different fronts and I'm losing on all of them. It kind of feels like the only thing that I'm able to feel at the moment is exhaustion. It's like I'm drowning underwater, but I don't even get the relief of passing out. It feels like I need help, but I'm just not quite sure how anyone or anything could help at this point. And I don't want to put any more pressure on my wife because she's already dealing with enough on her side. So I'm trying to stay optimistic and present, but at the moment I'm finding it very, very difficult. And so the question becomes, how do I get through this? What do you do when your best just isn't enough? Honestly, I don't even know. But what I do know is that I think it all starts up here. And I think it's really easy at times like this to fall victim to your own thoughts and feelings. To listen to that voice inside your head that's saying you're too weak, or that you can't do something, or that you'll never be good enough, and that you should just give up. And believe me, I am no stranger to these thoughts. I've been having them for as long as I can remember. But I think what I've learned in my experience through times like these, even though I've never experienced this level of it, is when you realize that these thoughts that you're having and this voice that you have in your head, you need to sort of realize that it's not actually you. It might be in your voice and it might be directed at you, but ultimately it's not you. It's really like a heckler inside of your mind, and they think that their opinion matters and that it needs to be heard. It's just a manifestation of your anxieties and your traumas and whatever it is you got going on in your life. But I think you need to realize that you are a separate entity from that voice, which means that you can choose to ignore it and you can choose to not let it get the best of you. Like an online troll or a bully, it's really just looking to get a reaction out of you. It wants you to fail and it wants you to lose. And the only way to deal with bullies is to not give them what they want, which is the reaction. To treat this voice like a true third party. And I don't know about you, but I'm very competitive, and I find it very motivating to accomplish things purely out of spite. And so whenever someone tells me that I can't do something, I like to be able to say, "Fuck that, just watch me." You also got to remember that there's another voice inside there, one that is supportive and that is your friend. And maybe you haven't heard from them in a while, but they're there. And what they would tell you during times like these is that you have already survived everything that you thought you wouldn't. And I find that to be a very comforting thought, right? Because this isn't the first time that you've dealt with something difficult, and it certainly won't be the last. The thing about storms is that they always clear up, and they might cause a lot of damage as they're passing through, but even the worst hurricane doesn't last forever. We just gotta hunker down and hold on tight. What you'll come to appreciate during times like these is that the one character trait that will get you through this is resilience. Just pure grit. Sometimes the only way out is just white knuckling it straight through. And it won't be fun and it won't be easy, but sometimes the best thing you can do is just tuck your chin and cover up and just take the beating. If you're already doing your best, then by definition, you can't do anything more. You already know that you can't try any harder, so that can't be the answer. Sometimes you just gotta submit to the current and let it take you where it will. Because if you believe you will make it through to the other side, then you will. But if you believe that troll inside your mind telling you that you can't, then you won't. Life is not supposed to be easy all of the time, and I don't think that you should want to have a smooth ride the whole way, because there's nothing to gain from that. Instead of wishing for an easier path, you should be working on making your legs stronger. Because life never gets easier. It only gets more complex, right? Having kids, progressing in your career, chasing your dreams, whatever it is you're doing, it's only going to become more and more. And I guarantee you that it will not be easy, but it will be worth it. You just got to trust in the process and trust yourself. Honestly, this was more for me than anything else, but I hope maybe it helped you in some way if you are going through a particularly rough time in your life. So thanks for watching and good luck out there. Subscribe for more.